what is the area of triangle ABC given in the figure? That seems easy, except that the options have radicals in it. So before we attack this problem, I want to give you a brief review of special right triangles. And once you keep that in mind, once you see that and keep that in mind, this kind of problem would be easy for you to start and solve. Now, recall that in a 30, 60, 90 right triangle, let me draw that for you. It's gonna be in a 30, 60, 90 right triangle. This is 30, that's 60. The ratio of the sides are 1 opposite the 30-degree angle, and then you have square root of 3, and then you have 2. So that's the ratio for a 30, 60, 90 right triangle. Now, keeping that in mind, it is easy to find the sine ratio. So you can say that sine 60 opposite over the hypotenuse, so you have 60 degrees here. Opposite is the square root of 3 over the hypotenuse is 2. So sine 60 degrees is square root of 3 over 2. Now, since all right triangles with 60-degree angle are similar, every time you have a 60-degree acute angle in a right triangle, the sine ratio for that is square root of 3 over 2. Is need to keep that in mind. Now, in the same way, sine 30 degrees is equal, well, sine 30 is over here, and the opposite is 1. It's gonna be 1 over the hypotenuse is 2. It's need to remember that sine 30 degrees is 1/2 or 0.5. You can check that in your calculator, and if you don't believe me. Okay, so now let's go back to this problem. What is the area of triangle ABC? So we're given with two sides, that is 10 and 18, and we are given with the angle in between them. So that's we can use the area formula using the sine ratio, which is just what ABC. So you're gonna be the area, let's use green, area now is equal to 1/2 times A times B times sine C. Now, it doesn't matter what name is given in a particular triangle. Do know that angle C is the angle in between the two sides. So it can be any of the angle for as long as it's the angle in between the two given sides. So now we have area is equal to 1/2. Our A is 10. Our B is 18 times sine 60 degrees. Now you will now understand why I have to have you recall the special ratio for 30, 60, 90 right triangles. This is gonna be because if you use your calculator right away, because which is what you always do, you jump to your calculator, you will not see square roots. This is gonna be let's continue. Let's simplify a little bit. It's gonna be 1/2 of 10 is 5. It's gonna be 5 times 18 times, we know already that sine 60 degrees is equal to what? Square root of 3 over 2. So sine 60 is the square root of 3 over 2. Now let's do further simplification. We can cancel 18 and 2. 18 is 9, 2 is 1. So now we can just multiply. 5 times 9 is 45. and then times the square root of 3. So it's gonna be, the area is equal to 45 square root of 3 square centimeters. Now look at our answers. Gonna be, no, it's not 180, it's not 90, it's not 180 square root of 2, it is 45 square root of 3. That is our answer. All right, so when you see radicals in the problem, okay, please do not freak out. Do know that you can do this. In the same token, okay, it's also neat to remember the special ratio for 45, 45, 90. 45, 45, 90. So if we have 45, 45, 90, okay, let's say that's 45 degrees, that's 45 degrees. Okay, what's the ratio? The ratio is 1 square root of 2. So since that's 45, 45, we only have 1, it's gonna be sine 45 degrees is equal to, well, it's gonna be what? Okay, opposite over the hypotenuse is gonna be, opposite is 1 over the square root of 2. Do know that we don't leave a radical in the denominator, so we always rationalize the square root of 2 over square root of 2. So you have sine 45 degrees is equal to, well, 1 times square root of 2 is square root of 2 over square root of 2 times square root of 2 is 2. So sine 45 degrees is equal to square root of 2 over 2. Your Algebra 2 teacher would love you if you remember these special ratios. So go ahead, grab your pencil, pause this video, and write these down. Write this down. Now, sine 60 degrees is equal to square root of 3 over 2. Sine 30 degrees is equal to 1/2. Sine 45 is equal to the square root of 2 over 2. Write it down. Now,